Hey, BSHL fans, and welcome to the unofficial BSHL Senior Hockey League podcast. After the first weekend of playoffs, we have two teams coming out on top. The Northmen are up 2-0 against the Ducks, and the Hawks are up 2-0 against the Corsairs. Tune in this weekend to see if the teams can fend off elimination or if the Hawks and the Northmen moved on to the next round. Now here's your hosts, the Corys.
Hello and welcome to the unofficial BSHL Senior Hockey League podcast. I'm your host, Corey, joined by my co-host, Corey.
Good day.
How you feeling after the first weekend of playoffs, Votour?
Pretty good. Pretty good. I didn't get sick.
Well, that's a plus.
That's a rarity.
You got to both Hawks Corsairs games. I got to both Miramichi Amherst games. Not the way we normally like to work it out, but that's how it worked out.
I painted myself in a corner on Friday and told people I would be in Elsie. So I kind of had to go to Elsie, and you had to go pick up the Zamboni lady at the airport.
On Sunday.
And so you were closer to Amherst, so it just worked out like that. Wasn't a fan of not seeing one team. And truthfully, only me and you missed one series each. Cameron Mama Podcast saw all four teams.
Yeah, they got all four teams. You want me to start off with the Miramichi series, and then we'll do the LC series? I think that's probably the best way to do it.
Sure.
One of us goes first, the other one goes second. So
absolutely.
Miramichi, got to Miramichi on Friday night, and there was a girls' hockey game still finishing up. They were running a little bit behind. So I got in there, and there was I didn't talk to you about this, but there was a game going on, and one team had 6 shots or something, 7 shots, and the other team had 40, and the score was 0-0.
Wow.
Yeah, one goalie was standing on her freaking head, man. Some amazing saves. So, I just wanted to mention that, completely unrelated, but anybody that was there and watching it knows exactly what I'm talking about. She was putting on a clinic. Her team ended up losing eventually. But just phenomenal game. Hopefully people got out and enjoyed that tournament this weekend. Get to the Miramichi Northmen games. Northmen Hawks, there was a lot of hype going in.
Northmen's Ducks.
I'm not even going to edit it. I'm just letting it go. Northmen Ducks. There it is. It's been a rough weekend, folks.
You should have seen his face, too. He's like, oh, I did say
that. Northmen, listen, I said a bird. Leave me alone. Hawk, duck, same friggin' thing. Northmen, Ducks. There was a lot of hype going in. Yeah. It lived up to it. So early on in the game, Miramichi had a goal called, kicked in. I watched it from my angle, which was the opposite end of the ice. I watched it from Cheryl's angle. I watched it from Roxanne's angle.
That's the only one I saw from Roxanne.
Nobody really has a great angle on it. I don't know that there was a clear kicking motion, but the ref was closer than we were. They called it, is what it is. At one point in this period, there was a really hard hit on Brett Young.
Yes.
It was a scary hit, frankly. Not an intentional hit for sure to the head like that, but it was he definitely kind of hit his head off the glass, went down, was down for a while. I have talked to Roxanne, talked to Dave Morrison after the game too to see how he was doing, and apparently he's doing well. Obviously, hit like that, you got to be worried about concussion, so he was off on Sunday. But we're big Brett Young fans here, and we wish him nothing but a speedy recovery, nothing but the best.
Recovery, absolutely.
At some point in the first, there was a 5-on-3 for Miramichi. Amherst did well at keeping them to the outside. And you could literally just see Kennedy Gallant pissing off one duck after another. I'm just going to be frank. That's what I was witnessing. He's just pesky. He's kind of sliming his way in the front of the net, getting to places that they don't want him to be. And Kennedy finishes his checks. He's never going to be the opposition team's favorite player. That's for sure.
Yeah.
And then in Amherst, they were giving it to him in the jungle. So the Northmen end up getting a 5-on-3. Sorry, the Northmen end up getting 2 penalties, and they had to kill a 5-on-3. Immediately after Miramichi kills the 5-on-3, they come down ice and score. You know how when you see like that momentum swing, the momentum swung.
Oh, yeah.
So that kill got the crowd into it. Miramichi scores. Game one for me was still the Welsh show. He played out of his mind, made some huge saves. At one point, I think the first intermission, Mark McGraw was in the mattress sliding competition. Got to mention it. Won the mattress sliding competition. Did great. We love Mark. Mark's a podcast supporter, a good friend of ours. And it was great to see him out there competing in the mattress sliding. He was a little gassed when he came off, though. He was breathing like you'd expect me to breathe when I run. He was gassed, but he was also giving it out on the ice. So he ended up winning himself a nice Northman hoodie for that. So it was pretty sweet.
That's pretty sweet.
The second period's really, for me, Dunfield getting speared.
Yeah.
Man.
And that got a lot of traction on Facebook. People, like, we've had to delete some people just being mean. Calling people animal names that we won't mention.
Unnice names. I don't know. From my angle, he definitely got speared. It looked like a spear to the private area.
The ding dong.
And I probably looked like a spear to the ding dong. I would have gone down as well. And then there was some pushing and shoving by the benches, some rough stuff. You can see the video on our Facebook page. Cheryl did a really good job of catching it. And then amidst all this bullshit, I'm sitting kind of like one of the first sections on the left when you come in, because I like to take pictures in that corner. And I went over a section. I just kind of sat down and I'm taking, because I wanted to get some, I remember what my logic was actually. I wanted to get some good pictures of Welsh. So I went a little further down, but still front row so I could get a good picture of Welsh. And straight ahead of me, you see Matt Stone and Kennedy Gallant kind of jawing at each other. And then they drop the gloves. And this might have been fight of the year. There's not a full video of the fight, but back and forth early on. Then they kind of both got tangled up. Kennedy Gallant manages to pull Matt Stone's jersey off, which was a big mistake. Then Matt's landed some haymakers, is the only way we can explain them. He landed a few.
Yeah. The thing I hate about this fight is there was too much going on.
Yeah.
And the people recording are trying to catch everything.
Yeah.
Like even Roxanne, she just like zoomed out and she's like, there, I can catch everything, but it's still kind of far away. But I think the Roxanne angle is still the best angle to see the fight.
Yeah, probably. I tell you that I had a great view of it. I got some good pictures of it, but it was a good fight. Duck fans would say that Stone won it. Northman fans would say Kennedy won it. I'm going to say everybody wins. It was just a damn good tilt. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, there's not a ton of video of it, but great fight. There was a series of saves by Welsh where he loses his stick and they looked like he was in pain. And I remember I was sitting next to the net and I was like, man, like it looked like maybe groin or something in that area, maybe like his, I'm not sure, hamstring or something, but it was something there. And a couple Ducks went and checked on him during the next stoppage, but he was pretty visibly in pain, didn't miss anything, got right back. I think Welsh, love Cox. Think Cox is a great goalie. I think Welsh is another level of goalie in this league. And I don't know. It would be rough if they lost him. Man. But yeah, no, that spear is kind of the story for me. Then the third period starts and Amherst scored 2 within like a minute. And I'm telling you, the Civic was so quiet. Mm-hmm. Unbelievable. Like just dead silent. I was sitting at that point with Richard and Chantel and them. We were kind of chatting some, but it got so quiet. Amherst put on a lot of pressure late. The Northmen managed to hold them off. I think, credit to Dan Votor. He made a few really big saves there late when Amherst was pressuring. And just for me, that game was exactly what we talked about last week. Miramichi is going to come in hard. They're going to score some goals. You're going to play well. The Ducks are going to kind of hang around, outlast them. And then third period comes. The Ducks have all kinds of energy. Miramichi is a little bit more gassed. And the Ducks managed to get back into the game. They almost did it in this game.
Mhm.
It was kind of made me. I was sitting there. I was like, man, it's almost like I could predict the future with that one. But then, like I said, Vautour hangs on. Amherst loses game 1. It's 1-0 for Miramichi in the series. Sunday, game 2. High Button Sports was streaming it. I got the stream, sitting there watching it. Picked Tracy up from the airport at like 5:20, I think she landed. So we were late getting the game started at 5, just so we're clear, everybody. So we got there like halfway through the second. I was watching the stream. It was pretty even from what I saw. It was 1-1 at the end of the first, I believe. They scored another couple, one more each before we got there. We get there and it's 2-2. Literally, as soon as I got to the end to take pictures, it was like Miramichi just took over. It was really bizarre because everything I had listened to while driving and watched while I was at the airport was very even. Then as soon as I got there, it was just Miramichi took over. I want to mention how great Bryce Milson played.
Oh yeah.
Grant.
See, that's
Donovan.
the only game. That's the only game I didn't watch yet.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure if we can still watch it on High Button. I'll have to take a look into it. Grant Donovan all weekend played pretty freaking outstanding.
Mhm.
The Miramichi defense played really well. For the Ducks side, they're trying. They're hitting. They're finishing their checks. Playing solid D. Miramichi is just pressuring, getting to their rebounds, scoring those dirty goals on Welch. And then on the other side, Amherst is getting some good scoring chances. Amherst could have easily tied that game up yesterday in Amherst. For me, it is Dan Vautour. Dan Vautour is gobbling up those rebounds, not letting the Ducks get those, just playing well. For Amherst, did you see that Rene George goal in the first game?
Yep.
Just the clapper. Just a classic Rene George. Skates in, bam, goalie doesn't have a chance. Like, something special about watching Rene George. Every now and then I just sit back and I just watch Rene skate around and how he plays, and I don't watch the rest of the play for a minute. And it's really just an enjoyable guy to watch play. Very nice guy.
Very.
And, you don't want to say you're fans of people in this league as the podcast, but I'm a Rene George fan, man. He's a hell of a player.
I've said I was a fan of multiple people more times than I'd like to admit.
You're a fan of me. Everybody's your favorite player, though.
Yeah.
I think Miramichi just proving the depth that they have. I don't feel that they outplayed Amherst in Amherst. I do feel that they kind of dominated the play the first period and a half in Miramichi, but that's kind of Duck hockey. Dean mentioned it last week. Like, they're kind of, slow starting, and then they come back and they manage to get back into the game. They did that in Miramichi. They were in the game the entire way in Amherst. Just, didn't go their way.
Yeah, the game in Amherst, I haven't watched it. We're recording this on Monday, and I've had a busy day myself working on other things, so I haven't had a chance to watch anything. But yeah, Miramichi has a good chance on Friday to shut that door.
I was talking with Tracy earlier tonight. We were sitting eating and chatting, and I said,
Talking with your girlfriend? Who does that?
Shut up. And I said, the one thing I hate about playoffs, inevitably, about a week from now, or maybe a few days, more than a week, two of the teams are going to be done. We support the teams. We love to go to different rinks and become friends with people on every team. That's the part that kind of sucks from the podcast side is, if the Ducks are done, there's a lot of people on that Duck team that we've grown to really, really like.
Absolutely.
Some people that have become, good buddies of ours. And, you feel for it's tough. Playoff hockey, man, pulls at your emotions. It's kind of why I love it so much. But it's crazy to think that this summer we were at a press conference for Les Corsairs. We were at an event in Amherst. In a week, both teams might be done for the season. I'm getting ahead of myself. We haven't talked about the Corsair and the Hawks,
Yeah.
but
Um,
still, it's a wild feeling.
it went by fast, but at the same time, it's not that long. The summer was 6 months
6
ago.
months. 6 months.
It's long, but it's not like an NHL where you have 82 games or 81, 82, right?
82.
And then there's the playoffs that have 16 teams in it. So it, it's a little shorter. Doesn't mean it doesn't go fast as hell. Want me to get into the other series?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, Miramichi won both games. They're up 2-0. This is a best of 5, so Miramichi can finish it at the Civic this Friday at 8:15. I don't think the Ducks are going to let them get away with it that easily. I think we're going to see Amherst come out firing and hungry. The only other thing I wanted to mention from this series that I forgot was the heckles. My God. People in Miramichi giving it to Bobby Davis. Holy.
Oh my God. The
some of
videos are legendary already.
Yeah, Tim's got some good videos up there of it. Some funny stuff. And then in Miramichi or in Amherst, the two people that got it the most were Kennedy Gallant, no surprise. Kennedy Gallant is not liked in this league by opposition teams, but he's loved in Miramichi. And Josh Russell was eating a lot of them too.
Really?
I know, it threw me off too. But yeah, Russell and Gallant were eating it like crazy. So some good heckles. This is the heckle series, I think. I don't know. It's both teams have some pretty fun fans. So anyway, that's all I got for that series.
That's the heckle series and the violent series, really, because we're seeing some brawls and.
I think Friday is going to be wild.
Yeah,
I think we're going to finally see Bobby Davis drop the gloves. Maybe with Denver Dunfield, maybe with Avery Brennan. I think we're going to see the opposite person drop maybe with Linz. Like, we're going to see some good rough hockey on Friday. I would not be surprised.
Going from that to the other series, a polarizing series, in my opinion. Game 1 on Friday, the LC Puck Duck Hawks, they beat Le Corsaire de la Péninsule Acadienne 4-3. What was interesting about this game, first of all, got to hang out with the Story family.
No, it was nice to see them.
It was nice seeing them.
You got a good picture of them?
Yes, I did. Ran into a pretty young blonde behind me and felt horrible about that. Well, it was with the zoomed in camera, and I'm like backing up, and I back right into this girl. And I'm like, oops.
Leave it to Corey.
Her boyfriend was with her, and he just looked at me and he went,
oh,
my good type of guy right there. So to start off the night, presentation was done for Brody MacArthur winning Rookie of the Year. So with that, the game started.
I think well-deserved.
Well-deserved for sure.
Definitely proud of good job by Brody to win that. I think he had a hell of a season.
I think so too. A low-key successful. I think he was like in top 5 for points, right?
Most of the year. Yeah. Top 2 or 3 for a lot of the year.
So, Brody MacArthur got a good interview with him. Super chill guy, super nice guy. But going into this game, Le Corsaire came in ridiculously shorthanded, missing a D, missing an entire line. And you're looking at that and you're like, 9-1, 10-2 maybe.
I think that's what Peninsula fans felt too.
I think so too. And it was a lot closer. Here's what I'm going to say. It was a lot closer than people thought. At no point during this game did I not think the Hawks are taking this.
Okay. The
Hawks pretty much dominated. The Peninsula had burst every once in a while of like, we'll do like, I believe the Peninsula got the first goal too.
They did.
And, but then quickly waned, and I believe it was Luke Williams.
It was.
Luke Williams had a hell of a snipe there. And there's something not clicking with the Peninsula. And sometimes you look at that and you're like, I don't think they want it to click. There's just something about that just, maybe with time it'll get better, but it doesn't feel like a team. It doesn't feel like a cohesive unit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Wayne Jones, he answered back with a goal, and it just went on from there. Brett McLean got one. Jeremy Duguay got a goal. Miguel Brideau got a goal. But the one guy that you got to mention, Alex Arsenault, with the game winner. Alex Arsenault is just one of those guys that you can't miss. He's on the ice. You see number 91. There was a lot of this series is weird. Like, the series is so weird because you feel bad blood, and when you think it's going to boil over, you take the lid off the pot and you let the water cool down. So there's just something about this series where it's like, it's interesting, but it feels like it's not going anywhere sometimes. Made it very close. It was a 1-goal game. Tidio played a hell of a game.
Yeah.
Hell of a game. Like, without Tidio, this game is probably 8-1, 8-2, 8-3.
What were the shots?
I don't remember, but the shots were like, it was in the 40s.
Okay.
It was in the 40s, and there's a sequence where the net is open and the Hawks just can't find the puck to put it in there. Like, I think Arsenault has got the puck and he throws it and it just goes wide right. And I think Brody MacArthur's on the other side. He throws it and he tries to just sneak it in wide right again. And just like, they're open nets and they're not being able to put it in. But it's like I said, at no point during this game did I say the Peninsula has a chance here. They made it close, but just, especially the third period. Second period was probably the one time where the Peninsula had okay, we're dominating a little bit here. Then the third period happened and it was all Hawks.
Okay.
And Hawks took game 1. They go to the Peninsula. Peninsula has a better lineup. And I'm talking with Peninsula fans in the Peninsula, and they're saying, it's probably a blowout for the Hawks. And I'm like, Peninsula played good on Friday. Yep. Hawks 8, Peninsula 2. And I'm like, what is going on here? Like, Peninsula fans are proud people. They love their hockey team, but they were just had no confidence there. And the game was very close again. The Peninsula did dominate the first period, and they did dominate the second period. And then the third period happened, and they imploded.
Penalties.
Penalty after penalty after penalty.
I was watching the stream by this point, and it was painful. They took 4 penalties in the third period, I want to say?
5.
Okay.
I believe it's 5 because they took 4 penalties after the 4-on-4.
Okay.
So Jeremy Hebert gets a 4-minute for kneeing.
Yeah.
Immediately. I believe it was Billy Bezo. I could be wrong, though.
Joël Blanchard.
Is it Joël Blanchard? Okay, because I know Bezo took a penalty after that and immediately gets a tripping penalty. Hawks score. And I believe that was that the game winner? Yeah, it was Alex Arsenault, right?
It was the Arsenault goal.
So they take they allow a goal. They take a penalty. So now it's 4-on-3. And I don't remember if there was another penalty after that or what, but there's this, if you watch the stream, I just start losing it, where it's still supposed to be 5-on-3 or 4-on-3, whatever. And the Corsair players gets his penalties over. He comes out, he's going, but it's still supposed to be, there's still supposed to be only 3 on the ice. And if you look at the referee's reaction is my favorite, because he has no fucking clue what to do. Because the Hawks have possession. He doesn't lift his arms up. You can't see this because it's audio only. But the referee finally his head's going like this and finally blows the whistle and just goes.
Yeah. It was a weird moment because it's not only that they had too many men and there was nobody remotely close to the bench. Everybody was in the offensive or their defensive zone. It was a weird
And then
was a
the
weird
coaching
moment.
staff complains about, well, why are we getting another penalty? And I had it on mute at the time, and I looked at the gentleman next to me, and I go, can't they count?
Yeah.
So it
Like
was
you
one of,
said, it fell apart in the third
it
period.
fell apart, and you just, there was, it felt like a pack of hyenas picking at carcasses. You know, the Hawks just had to keep the lead. They didn't need any more goals. Jason Ryu played fantastic that day. Like, that was the Ryu of old. He made some big stops, but it's one of those things where Corsairs player went into the locker room, and within minutes they were out with their gear bag and gone.
Yeah.
You know, just this
A lot of frustration.
a lot of frustration.
A lot of the fans too, I'm seeing, and I hate to see it, just a lot of negativity on social media, blasting at the Corsairs and management, and people aren't happy, and it's hard to see. It's unfortunate because they're a good team, they're a talented team. It's just not definitely not going their way. So far, this has not been their year. Now, granted, it's not over.
It is not over.
They could come back and win Friday. Then you're back in the peninsula on Saturday night, and you kind of just never know what could happen. So I wouldn't rule out the Corsairs yet, but they're skating uphill.
Yeah. Yeah. Just something has to change. First and second period in the second game was fine. Then that third period happened, and it just like the only word that came to my mind was imploded.
Yep.
You know, it just there was no going back after that. Even after when I interviewed the Hawks players, I think it was Trey Lewis. I don't remember if he told me this or if he said it during the interview, but he said, "This is a great team. The Corsairs are. Like, this is a great team." And they show it. The games are close.
Yep.
So, you know, it's not like the Hawks are taking them lightly. The Corsair are bringing it to the Hawks.
Oh, yeah. There's lots of talent. I mean, there's definitely some injuries in the peninsula, and they're missing a couple key guys. But, yeah, a lot of talent on that ice, man. A lot of talent from those Corsairs. Just not going their way right now. We'll see if they can turn it around on Friday.
We'll see.
I wouldn't be opposed to seeing some Saturday hockey next weekend.
I would.
You would be?
Yes.
You want to watch a Royal Rumble?
I do.
All right. That's fine. You can get your fill of wrestling on Friday night, and you'll catch some hockey on Saturday.
There you go. So 3 stars of the week is what we're doing now. Corey, who are our 3 stars of the week?
I mean, I'll get the ones from my series. You get the ones from your series. How's that sound?
So 3 from each?
No.
Okay.
So I'll say Bryce Milson's had a hell of a series for the Northmen. He's on my 3 stars of the week. And Grant Donovan. Grant has played a hell of a season this year.
Oh, yeah.
Especially later in the year and then now in the playoffs. Both games in the playoffs here, he's been a key contributor. Yeah. So those 2 of the 3 stars are Mirror Machine Northmen. We got Bryce Milson, Grant Donovan. Who's the 3rd star? Not that there's an order to these stars, mind you.
No, it's just 3 stars. To me, the star of the LC Peninsula series has been Alex Arsenault. 2 goals, multi-points though. I think he had a couple of assists throughout these 2 games.
2 game winners?
2 game winning goals, yep.
That says something.
Yeah, Alex Arsenault is, you know, if I don't know if people think I'm making fun of him for saying this, I'm dead fucking serious. Alex Arsenault is a superstar in this league.
Oh, yeah.
Same with Bryce Milson, same with Grant Donovan, same with, you know, Pascal Valcourt. You know, there are superstars in this league where it's like, don't you see the talent? Like, I don't know why people think I'm making fun of hockey players when I say that. I'm dead fucking serious.
Whoa. You're even swearing. You're so serious.
Yeah.
You're swearing.
Look at my face. It's all red.
Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think It's going to be interesting to see what Friday looks like. I'm kind of interested to see what the cool bet odds are for next weekend.
Yeah,
I'm kind of curious to see what that looks like this week. They got it right all 4 games.
Yeah, I checked the cool bet odds for game 2 of LC and the Peninsula. They had LC favored to win that game
despite being on the road.
And I mentioned that during the live stream, and I had a couple of people say like, interesting. I'll have to go check that out. And yeah, I've never been a bet type of guy. I won't do bets, but going to see the odds and all that was something new and something different, and those are the same thing, I guess.
I have been a bet kind of guy. I am a dirty miscreant who enjoys sports betting because I have a hard time watching football if I'm not betting on the games. So I'm a bet guy, not on the BSHL though. Too hard to predict some of these games. Especially with home teams dominating this year, I was kind of surprised that we saw 2 road wins on Sunday. So
yeah,
who knows what's going to happen? I will say we're now maybe 1 game away in each series from being over. We'll find out what happens on Friday. We've got some interviews coming up with lots of guys. I'm trying to think of who we have. We have Josh Russell. I'll take my 4. I got my 4. We got Josh Russell. Oh shit, do I? Will Irvine, Grant Donovan, and Bryce Milson. Good interviews, good guys. So we'll throw those on at the end of this. Corey, who'd you interview this weekend?
I interviewed on night 1. I interviewed Alex Arsenault, and Rookie of the Year, Brody MacArthur. By the way, the announcer in Shippigan needs to get on his game. Did you hear the mess that he made of their names?
No.
Oh my God, Brody he messed up both his names.
What did you call him?
What was it like? I think he called him like Buddy Macintosh or something stupid like that. Like, what the?
He gave him a wrestling name. That's his work name now. If you ever interview him again, you got to be like, "Hey, Buddy Macintosh here with Corey."
Go see the Alex Arsenault goal, and he gets Alex Arsenault right, but then he calls Elijah Francis Elias Francis. And I was like,
it all depends on the writing on the game sheet, though, right?
So, and I'm trying to remember exactly what the name was for Brody MacArthur. Now, during the stream, I was like, I couldn't help myself. I'm like, well, that's wrong. And when I come back from this mute, I'll tell you their real names.
You're such a dick. So you got interviews with Buddy McIntosh and Buddy McIntosh and Alex Arsenault on Friday. And then
on Saturday, I grabbed Arsenault again. Okay. There was no management there. I don't think they were there anyway. No Cody, no Marc Andre. So I was just like, I don't want to bother them because they're far from home and they got to go. And I thought my safe bet is Trey Lewis.
Yep.
And Alex Arsenault came out. I was like, hey man, are you looking for an interview with someone specific? I'm like, I'll take you if you have time. He's like, absolutely. So I really appreciated that. Got Alex Arsenault again. And I got the great Trey Lewis once again.
Right on, man. So those will all be coming up at the end of this podcast. We will be back on Thursday to preview the second weekend of the playoffs. And I think that's about all we got, Corey. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
We'll see you at the rink.
Take care.
Yeah, I didn't forget this time.
You got it right.
Look at me. All right, see you soon.
Corey with the podcast. You're here with Alex Arsenault of the LC Buck Duck Hawks. Big win tonight versus the Corsair. Close game. Very experienced playoff team. How did things go for you?
Yeah, I mean, it's playoff. The games are always going to be tight. I mean, I don't think it's going to be any blowouts. But no, they came out short staff. We knew that, and we just kept putting pressure on their D, make them tired. And at the end, they were tired, and we got a big goal in the power play, and we finished it.
Sunday in the Peninsula, in Shippigan to be precise. You're back at it. What's the game plan here?
I mean, just the same game plan. Put it down low. We have fast forwards. I mean, we can use that to our advantage. And we know they have a big crowd, so, I mean, get the first one, shut the crowd down, and keep the momentum.
This place was packed today. What do you have to say to the LC Buck Duck fans?
Yeah, they're awesome. I mean, we couldn't ask for better fans here. I mean, they support us every game and every goal. I mean, it's loud and it gets us going for sure.
Best of luck in the rest of the playoffs and congratulations.
Thank you, man.
Thank you, brother. I'm here with Brody MacArthur, LC Buck Duck Hawks player, Rookie of the Year this year. An honor, I'm sure. What do you think about that?
Yeah, no, it's pretty cool. I mean, the boys over here made it pretty easy for me to come over from the island and play. I mean, they're all great guys, great teammates. So yeah, it's been a blast so far.
The Corsair, an experienced team in the playoffs, but you got the win. You're back at it on Sunday. What was the game plan?
Yeah, no, it wasn't pretty today. I mean, we stepped it up in the third there. They came out flying, so props to them. It's big to get that home win, and I guess go over there, weather the storm for the first period, and hopefully take over the game.
So it's your first year with the LC Buck Duck Hawks. What do you have to say to the Hawks Nation?
Oh, it's great. I mean, see the crowd out there tonight. I mean, it's unbelievable. I mean, all of us had pretty good careers, I'd say, and then being able to do this at 22 to 40, wherever how old they are. So yeah, it's pretty cool. It's awesome to see.
Best of luck in the playoffs. Your Rookie of the Year, Brody MacArthur.
All right, thanks. Nice meeting you.
Thank you. Nice meeting you.
I'm here with Will Ryan. Will, first year senior, what do you think of the BSHL?
I love it. I mean, it's a really fun league. It's really competitive. I wasn't sure what to expect coming into it, but the pace play is very high, and it's lots of fun.
Let's talk about the Amherst Ducks, Miramichi Northman tonight. What a game, man. It's the first game of the playoffs, and might be the best game of the playoffs by the end of the year. Who knows? We were really impressed. How'd you feel out there?
I felt pretty good. The team looked really good. Obviously, they're a really strong team backed by that goalie. Really tough to beat. If he sees the puck, he's going to stop it, so you got to get traffic in front of him, score some greasy goals, and I think we did that tonight and got the win.
Was that strategy coming in, trying to make sure that he doesn't see the puck and get it on net?
Yeah, like I said, if he sees it, he's going to stop it, so you got to get in front of him and cause some havoc there.
Awesome, man. Well, we're looking forward to seeing you Sunday, and thanks for the interview.
Yes, thank you very much, Corey.
Thanks. All right, Corey from the podcast. We were Josh Russell. Hell of a win tonight, Josh. Playoff hockey, though, man. It was gritty. How did you feel out there?
Felt good. Playoffs, much different game than regular season. You don't have to switch your game up. You play with a little more intensity, a little more oomph to the game, play with the juice, and the boys did that tonight.
Big goal tonight. What did it mean to the boys to get this first win here at home?
First win's always crucial, especially at home in front of the home fans. Now we got to go down there and try and find another one.
What was your key to beating Welsh tonight? I noticed you guys got a lot of traffic in front of the net, worked it to the point.
Just trying to hit his eyes right. He's a good goalie. He can stop the puck if he sees it, so if he can't see it, maybe he won't stop it. And we got a few goals like that tonight, and hopefully we can keep doing it.
Perfect. See you Sunday in Amherst.
Thank you.
All right, Corey here. I'm here with Alex Arsenault. Another big win, this time on the road versus the Peninsula. You got a chance to finish it on Friday. How do you feel?
Yeah, I mean, it's great always going up 2-0 in the series. We know they would have come to us tonight, their home crowd, but we got the first goal. They came back, but we got another one here we got 2-1 lead, and then we just shut it down after that.
They took a lot of penalties. That's always welcome in a game like this. What's the plan for Friday?
Yeah, it's just the same thing. Get the puck behind their D, shot at net, bring some rebounds and traffic, try to get under their skin, and they're going to take some penalties.
Alex Arsenault, one of the big stars here in LC. Congratulations on the win, and good luck on Friday.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, I'm here with Trey Lewis of the LC Buck Duck Hawks. Big win on the road versus the Corsair. You got a chance to finish it on Friday. How do you feel about this?
Oh, we're pumped. I mean, we wanted to come in here and play a good road game, and I think that's exactly what we did. I mean, they're definitely a playoff team, and they came hard, but we played smart, and we played a perfect road game, really. I mean, we got better as the game went on, and it panned out for us.
We talked about Alex Arsenault once. This kid is so noticeable on the ice. It's unreal. How does the young core fit in with the Hawks here?
Oh, he's unreal. I mean, like I said in the last interview, I think he was our nominee for our MVP, and like you said, he's one of those guys that's noticeable every time he's on the ice. He's got such crazy bursts of speed, and it's definitely effective. And I'm glad I don't have to defend him.
Congrats on the win, and enjoy this win.
Thanks.
See you on Friday.
See you there.
I'm here with Grant Donovan. Grant, how many years have you been playing senior hockey?
A long time. I started playing up in Quebec, I think, in my early 20s when I would have been about 22. Kind of after junior, I started playing up in Quebec and played up there for years, and then joined the RCMP and been kind of off the senior market for about 10 years before I started back up 3 years ago. So,
what does it mean to you, this Northman team, and how you guys play?
I love it, man. This is one of the best rooms I've ever been in, and like the organization as a whole, we're treated like a pro team here. It's awesome. It's awesome here.
Awesome to hear that, man. Now, talking about this game tonight, you guys came out hard against the Hungry Ducks team here in pretty hostile environment and quieted them down quick. Was that the strategy?
I think it was just like to play our game. We just wanted to come in and bang, work the boards, and score dirty goals. That's how you got to beat Welsh. You got to score dirty goals. You got to be in his face. You got to do that. He deserved every award he won out here tonight, man. That guy's next level goaltender. And the secret is we just got to bang and put in dirty pucks.
All right, heading back to Mirror Machine next Friday. Talk to your fans.
I hope they come out in droves. I think it's going to be a heck of a game here next Friday. The game here was rough. Last Friday was rough. I'm kind of anticipating possibly some fireworks on Friday. We'll see what happens. But all together here, I think we just got to play our game. Just play our game again, outwork them, and drive the puck to the net.
Awesome. Thanks for your time, Grant.
No problem at all. Thank you so much, Corey.
All right, here with Bryce Milson. Bryce, 2 goals tonight against the Amherst Ducks and Matt Welsh, who got a couple of words tonight. Talk to me about Matt Welsh and how you guys are beating him this series.
They've been low-scoring games, tight games. I mean, tonight, I think we got a couple lucky ones on him that he might want to have back. He's one of the best goalies I've ever played against for sure. So just trying to get traffic in front of him, you got to respect him. He's a great goalie. So we're doing our best. We're playing good defensive hockey, and we know if we're going to win, it's going to be 2-1, 3-2, close game. So that's what we got to do.
You're healthy this year. It was good to see you play a full season. Talk to me about the Northman locker room. Seems like you guys have a really tight group.
Yeah, they're all a great bunch of guys. I mean, they're all guys I grew up playing with or watching play, like a few older guys that I watched play when they played with the Timberwolves or junior or midget or whatever. So, and then all the imports, guys from Moncton, Fredericton, all good guys. So we got a tight group. We definitely have a team that has the characteristic of a hard, meat and potatoes kind of team. So, and that's the type of style of hockey I like to play, and that's what everyone plays in there. So it's a great fit. We got a good team in there.
Heading back to Miramichi on Friday to possibly win the series, hopefully for you guys. Same strategy, just get the puck on net, some dirty goals.
Yeah, I don't think we can change anything now. Just play a real simple game. We don't have any superstars on our team. We just have a bunch of good, solid players. So we just need to keep playing that identity, keep being hard to play against for them. Good defensive hockey and hopefully get a couple on the goalie, on the other end of the ice. I mean, he's great, so we're just going to keep on shooting on him.
I'm going to disagree with you that you have no superstars. I think I'm talking to one here in this league, so I like how humble you are, though. Thanks for the interview, brother.